Game over.
Oh man. Oh, alright. What can I do now?
Tetris.
And welcome, Raider Nation. Your boy Silos here, live from the Exo Studios in Las Vegas, Nevada, to talk about what else, baby? Raider football, and to talk about how we started free agency and we had several hirings. It's not over yet. We can still get all the way to the trade deadline, and that's somewhere from places that way. It's not closed, but we also are looking and focusing on the draft, which, by the way, is coming up pretty soon. And there's so many theories still out there, like we mentioned in the last video. Some are still talking about dropping down cornerback, or getting some decent linemen for the interior line, and always, and I was every year, getting a franchise quarterback. Seems like the more time has passed, we hear the noise louder and louder. Quarterback, quarterback, quarterback. It seems like that's where we're heading off. Do we know for sure? I don't think we do. Only Josh McDaniel and Ziegler have an idea of where they want to be and what they want to cover in this draft. However, we all know we have several holes, and you can only fill so many holes at a certain time. There's quite a little bit of work to be done, uh, and the team. With that being said, today, I wasn't going to get too much into detail. I want to talk more about, more than anything, my opinion. Maybe it could be kind of sound as a rant. I really hope it's not. But a trend that is very noticeable, Raider Nation. And it's hard for me because, to be honest, I'm not a fan of the New England Patriots. I still remember the Tuck rule. I still remember we getting robbed. Uh, and now it almost feels like we have the enemy in the organization, right? We have Josh McDaniels at the helm with Ziegler, and if you live under a rock, or you don't have a cell phone, or you don't watch TV, or you don't listen to radio, well, I'm going to let you know, if you're looking at this, that we have Jimmy Garoppolo, which is all news. We have now Brian Hoyer. Uh, we obviously have got, I think, a pretty good guy. I'm not so down on Jacoby Meyers because he's still in his prime. He's young, so I'll be okay. I thought we had overpaid a little bit, but who am I, right? And then, a head scratcher, Daniel Amendola, who's been in the league for quite a few years. I believe 14 years. Correct me if I'm wrong, Raider Nation, but he was either retired or about to retire. Then we bring him here uh, as a assistant head coach and a returners coach. Quite a few people. If you guys didn't notice, last season we had also other players coming from the New England Patriots. So for those out there that have put out that in Twitter and Facebook and all the other platforms, this is a pretty good one, right? Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft have been signed to the Raiders. Um, the Hack Dog Stand guy is being hired by the Raiders. The Patriots cheerleaders are getting hired to the Patriots. For those fans, I'm with you, man. I'm not saying all the fans feel that way, but the ones that do, I feel you. It feels like we're bringing a lot of former New England Patriots. And that gets me to this point. right? So we got rid of very talented players this throughout this past season, especially this season, 2022. Very talented players. Uh, with the reasoning that was put out there that we're gonna get higher cap, or we're gonna bring players that are gonna elevate the team. But I haven't seen that. I mean, Jacoby Myers is nice, but we already had Davante Adams. Uh, the Titans we grab uh, are not the caliber, game changing when healthy. Darren Waller. I don't want to go into the Derek Carr because that's going to make a bunch of people upset. Was we divided the team, the fandom. But I think that Derek Carr um, and Jimmy G, people talk about the winning record, and I already addressed that in a previous video. He benefited a lot from the coaching. He benefited a lot from the defense that was pretty good, if not good, and a pretty decent offensive line in San Francisco. Don't tell me that what you did was to create room to bring more talented players because I haven't seen that. Unless I'm blind, correct me, Raider Nation. But it seems to me that we're bringing all these former Patriots because Josh McDaniels, like that they're familiar with his system. In other words, we're trading talent from talent to being familiar with the players and the players with him. That is not a good idea because I don't care how much you may know the system and how well you may execute the system. You do need talent to be able to make it happen. Um, and that concerns me because I'm going to tell you why. So, Josh McDaniel has only coached in one place before. He was given, or he actually has awarded the new Indianapolis head coaching job, but he flaked out last minute and canceled. Ursay was getting ready to present him as his head coach, and as he was doing that, he basically flaked out on them and decided to stay with the Patriots. So, in his first season as a head coach, with the team that he didn't inherit, the Denver Broncos finished at 508-8. The following season, with his guys, he drafted Tim Tebow. First, don't forget that. He won 4 games. 4 games. One thing I have observed is that he's doing the same things that he did when he was in Denver. And so, if you're doing the same thing over and over, it's going to have the same results, right? So, if he is doing the exact same thing he was doing in Denver, we're looking into a dumpster fire this coming season. Who knows? Maybe they get that Peyton Manning of the draft or that Tom Brady, and he hits it big and he elevates the team so much that we will have some kind of winning season. I sure hope he does because it's getting pretty old with the organization. And it's been season after season after season of mediocrity. And all these head coaches come in and they want to establish their regime, their system. They come into a team that is talented. I mean, let's look back as when Jack Del Rio in Oakland, this team was rolling. We had Khalil Mack, Amari Cooper, and we had Derek Carr, and some other really good pieces around them, decent enough. Jack Del Rio didn't come and impose his system. He took a page of what we used to see from Bill Belichick, which was how can I place my players, my roster, my talent that I have now in a position to be successful? And it worked. We have a very decent season then. We clinch the division. Let's not forget. And then we went to the playoffs, one off. Derek Carr got injured. Texans, we got kicked off. Next season, we have a slump, which is almost expected. Then we go and get John Gruden, who, by the way, wasn't in football for a long time. Much love for John. He took us to places back in the early 2000s, but he was not the same. He comes in and guts the organization. And we really didn't have the same kind of success we had with Jack Del Rio. John Gruden gets, well, he is pressured to resigning because of the scandal with the emails. Everybody praises the move because Scotia was the interim coach, and I think he did a really good job. He actually brought the team together. And Derek Carr was a big part of it as well. And you know what? I thought he had a shot. They didn't. They went for Jax McDaniels. Great. So here I'm thinking Josh McDaniels is taking a page of his mentor, Bill Belichick, and bring that mentality. What do I have? What can I do to set these players for success? How can I tailor my coaching around these players so that they could become successful? Because we came from a winning season, and then he came on and he did this because he wants to do things his way. Blame everybody has plenty of share to blame, but I like what Mark Davis did this not too long ago. In a report he said to Derek Carr, sorry for not getting it done, and he also said, I'm the owner. The buck ends with me. Well, that's great, and thank you, Mark, for owning up to the failures. That's just recognizing there's an issue. What are you doing about it? Because it seems like you continue to have the same trend. And we continue to have this seasons that, man, you know, we want to see our team win. If not win, get better. And it's not happening. Einstein once said, the definition of insanity is doing the same things over and over and over. How about this for a change, Mr. Davis? Get a head coach and a staff that is not into bringing their ideas and gutting your organization every time they come in, and get someone who can actually build around this talent you already have and add to it and work around it to make him successful. Maybe that would work. And this whole nonsense will stop. But those are just my thoughts. Raider Nation, as always, thank you for watching. I love y'all. And as always, stay up, baby.